Hello brew tubers, you join me on a Sunday for brew day. It's quite late actually, it's like nearly 2:30 in the afternoon. Oh well. So the plan today is to do a Citra Saison smash. I've got the Saison yeast, I did a starter of that Wednesday, so that's had a good sort of couple of days to do its thing. So that's off there. The mash tun's just come up actually now to temperature for mashing in. Can't remember the exact grain bill. It's either going to be 4 kilograms or 5 kilograms. I'll confirm in a moment. Of Marisotta pale malt from Warminster Maltings. So yes, let's do about 4 or 5 kilograms of that. Then Citra. Add about 5 grams of bittering, 10 grams at the end of the proto-flock, and then dry hop after a week with, I don't know, 30-40 grams, something like that. Yeah, simple, see what happens. You know, it's one of those experimental beers, just chuck things in and hope for the best. Right, also just must apologise for my dishevelled appearance. It was quite a night last night. We got through some rather strong beers. I think like the weakest beer we had was about 4.5%, and most of them were over 5.5 or 6. So yeah, it was a hell of a night last night, and I was sort of like struggled to do anything until midday. Oh well, yeah, I'll show you a photograph of the aftermath, and then we'll go to mashing in. Alright, so the first lot of Marisotta going in. A bit of bloody thing there. We ought to start mashing that though. Right. Give that a good stir. There's about 17 litres of water in there. Going to do a hour-and-a-half mash. So we went for 4 kilograms of pale malt. The last smash I did, I used 5 kilograms and ended up with a 6.5% beer or something like that. So I think 4 kilograms should just do a nice sort of 4 or 5% beer, I think. So yes, that's the mashing in done. It's going to add the sparge plate and start the lautering. Really good. So there you go, there's the start of the recirculation. Sort of. Come on. Oh, that'll do. So we're just coming to the end of the mash, waiting for the old sparge water to get up to temperature. Not far off, we're at 140 degrees Fahrenheit, I think. Looking for about 170, 180 Fahrenheit. So yeah, let's wait for that to happen. Shouldn't be too long. As I said, I've been mashing for about 2 hours. Oh well. So yeah, made a yeast starter, which has gone quite well. So I'll be dumping that into the fermentation vessel after the boil. This is just a little sample I've drawn off. Quite kind of lemony aroma to it. I think there might be some hop debris as well from the previous brew in the starter. Interesting, it's quite spicy and a little bit banana-y as well. It's alright, that. As I said, I think there may be some hop debris from the previous brew, but no, the yeast character's coming out well in that. As I said, it's a sort of banana-y, spicy slightly citrusy taste to it. Excellent, excellent indeed. That's quite nice. Right, so yes, we'll get sparging in a minute. So we're up to about 175 degrees Fahrenheit. So just get the sparge, water, then go to the thingy, and then just miss completely. And then just pour. You know how to sparge. Right, I'll finish this off and I'll see you at the first hop additions on the boil. Just coming up to hot break. How exciting. Ooh. Keep that flame under control. So first hop addition, 5 grams of Citra hop. That's 60 minutes. I'm going to do an hour brew and then add about 10 grams and the Proto Flock tablet with 15 minutes to go. So in 45 minutes time. Right, we're into the last 15 minutes of the boil. In goes 1 Proto Flock. And in goes 10 grams of Citra. Lovely jubbly. I'll go get the coil and put it in there as well, just to sanitize it prior to cool down. Right, so we've reached the end of the boil. The Bulldog brewer has been switched off. Got the pump going just to circulate the wort, help cool it down, and obviously the wort chiller doing its job there. So yes, we'll let this cool and then run it to the FV. Right, so we've reached the point where we can now transfer the beer to the fermentation vessel. So let's just switch the old pumperoonie on. As you can see, I've got the hop spider, well, a second hop spider in there, just to filter out any bits of loose grains or hop debris or anything like that which may have escaped the actual hop spider with hops in. So yeah, just filtering the beer as we transfer to the fermentation vessel. We'll get this done and then we add the yeast. Right, so we've transferred to the fermentation vessel. Got just over 23 litres, so quite a good amount. Just going to chuck in the yeast starter. Lovely job. So that's all nicely in. So we look on the old hydrometer. I'd say it's about 44, 1044 on the hydrometer. So not too bad. I didn't want a particularly strong beer, so that should do about nicely. Right, so that's the end of brew day. Fairly good going. I've had better, I've had worse. Overall pleased with how everything's gone, which is good. 1044 on hydrometer, pretty much 24 litres, so you know, good amount. Only thing I'm slightly worried about is my fermentation vessel being a bit too small because it's very close to the top. Got about an inch of headspace, inch and a half, so oh well. So yes, that's that. So there it is there. Lots of crap floating around it, but as you saw, I did filter it out, so hopefully shouldn't be too much rubbish in the end product. No real hop taste in there yet. Also going to dry hop an awful lot, about 40 grams I reckon should do it. It's just tastes like sweet water at the moment. Oh well. So yes, next step will be the old dry hoppage. So yes, I'll probably do that after a week. Saison, Belgian Saison yeast is pitched, as you saw. Yeah, all good. So we're 7 days on from a brew day. Time to dry hop. Going with 40 grams of Citra, as you can see. As I said, 7 days. 40 grams I think should be enough. If not, I can always add more. But yeah. So just adding our little Citra friends. Lovely job. So leave that another week to finish fermenting. You might see a couple of bubbles still bubbling up, so still fermenting away there. But yeah, give it another week, see what happens. Right, so I've taken a gravity reading. It's about a week and a half since I brewed. We're down to 10.06 on the hydrometer, so pretty much ready to bottle and keg. The sample was good, but it just felt like it was lacking something. So after much consultation with the brew tube elders, I've decided to do a second dry hop. Now they were suggesting a dry hop amount of about 40 to 60 grams, 100 grams, rather scary amounts of hops to me. However, I only have 30 grams of Citra left, so I'll do a second dry hop with 30 grams of Citra. So that's 30 grams of Citra, the last Citra hops I've got left in the shed, going into the brew, second dry hop, a week and a half in. Done. So the final gravity has been reached, a final gravity of 10.06 on the hydrometer. So I'm just siphoning it off into a second vessel, filtering it as well as we go, and then I'll chuck it onto the keg. Just filling up the keg there. And I've also done 2 little mini kegs as well, because I want to keep some of this beer for my beer festival in the summer. So just prime them with 25 grams of sugar, dextrose. Right, so it's time to do the glass part of this grain to glass video. There it is, the Citra Saison Smash. I hope I've just told you what the ABV is on the previous clip, because I really can't remember. It's not as clear as I'd hoped it would be. It's got a little small head. It smells juicy, very juicy. Like a Frutella orange fruity yum yum. No, it's got a very good aroma. This has. It had quite a lot of aroma, dry hop thing. Lots of Citra went in that. But yeah, it's looking good, I think. Looking very good. What a nose on it though. God. It smells so inviting, I might drink it. It's a bit cold. It's a very light beer. That's the first thing to take note of. It's a very light beer. I sort of half intended it to be quite a light beer, because I did the Chinook Smash, which ended up at 6.4. Wasn't very sessionable, so I wanted something just not quite so strong, just to enjoy on these spring evenings. So yeah, it is light in body and light in ABV, but it's very, very juicy. You get that typical Citra taste to it. Very, very little in the way of bitterness. You get almost a slight vanilla-y taste from the Saison yeast, I'd imagine. Like a slight vanilla lemon, creaminess to it. Yeah, I'd say I'd happily say it's a slight sort of vanilla-y creaminess. Where that's come from, it must be the yeast. I can't think that it'd come from the Marisota or the Citra, but the Citra lends that nice sort of fruitiness to go with it. That is very sessionable. It's by no means the best beer I've brewed, but it isn't bad. It's not bad at all. Easy drinker, pleasing to taste. I would like it a bit clearer, but beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So in summary, has sort of a vanilla creaminess from the yeast, we're guessing. Very light in body and in strength, but it's packed full of Citra goodness. Very little in the way of bitterness. Very fruity in aroma and in taste, and pleasing. That's enough bullshit for now. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So yeah, I've got about 3/4 of a keg of that to drink. So it's been on keg for a couple of weeks now, so I had hoped it would clear more, but it hasn't. But no, it's tasting good. I've got 2 of those 5-litre mini kegs. I think they're 5 litres, aren't they? Got 2 of them in my cupboard. They will be for my summer beer festival. So yes, as far as smash goes, it's a very simple recipe, but I'm quite happy with that. So good, very good indeed. Right, I shall finish enjoying this. So I shall see you all again soon. Au revoir.